Oh,
Oh, hey, we live. We live, we live, we live. Y'all, I got a special guest today. Hey, best friend.
hey, best friend.
How you doing today?
You got me on this show finally.
I know. It's looking like look at me about to be messy.
Oh,
It's looking like you're gonna be my permanent co-host. That's what it's looking like.
uh-oh.
Because
Corey, what we got going
I
on?
need Corey to get it together. Like, I don't know. I need Corey to get it together.
Yeah, Corey, we got
Corey,
to get you together.
when you watch this, Corey, I need you to get it together because you were supposed to be on here because I really needed your advice. I need my male.
Perspective.
Yes, I need the male perspective on this topic, on a lot of topics actually. How was your day today?
Awesome. I got to see the minions.
Y'all, I'm over here talking like I ain't spent the whole day with her. We had a whole best friend day today, and she in the other room. So I'm just trying to get the formalities out the way before we get into this topic. How was the Minion movie for you?
I loved it, but my best friend fell asleep through the whole halfway through the movie.
Ain't nobody told you to be telling my business.
Man, cutting some snores. I'm glad the movie was loud. Jesus fixed it.
Y'all, my allergies were getting to me. And then I felt like I was about to have an asthma attack, and I have no asthma pump with me. I left it in my work bag, which is at home. So I needed to rest a little bit
A
because
little bit.
we was out in that sun. I'm not complaining at all. It was a very good day. We did I mean, despite some news that we got today. But other than that, like it was a really good day. It
Hmm.
just it was hot out there. That's all. It was just hot. It
We're
was
gonna
hot.
leave it at it was hot. Yep.
Yeah. And then tonight we pre gaming. We about to pre game after this. Well, we might need a nap. You need a nap?
I got my bottle of wine right here.
Me too, girl.
Girl.
I just need some ice in my glass. I
Girl,
need some ice in my
I
glass.
drank mine straight out the bottle.
Mm-mm, I can't drink no warm wine. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah, I drank it
Who
straight
on
out the
here?
bottle.
Y'all say hey to me because I see I got some viewers. Say hey, don't be shy. Interact as much as possible because we're gonna interact with y'all.
We definitely will.
Yes. Um, welcome to Summer Speaks. I am your host, Summer Rain, and this is my best friend.
I'm Nina. Hey.
I
I was
feel like
I was like point the right way.
yeah, this is my best friend Nina. And then there's my other best friend.
Hey,
Hey, best friend.
Nikki.
Y'all. Oh, so okay, let me catch y'all up because I haven't seen y'all for like what 2 weeks. So okay, so as y'all know, last Thursday we didn't go on. Was that last Thursday or was
It
it the
was the
Thursday?
Thursday before that. Last
The
Thursday
Thursday
you
before?
had to
Okay.
work.
So last Thursday I had to work. The Thursday before that, the turn up was real. My birthday was that Friday. So my friends from Kentucky came down to help me celebrate because we just been going through it. Like y'all, when I say life has been lifing, whether it's health issues, financial issues, legal issues, like life has been lifing. Parenting issues, life has been kicking our butt. And we still are standing 10 toes down strong. So I just wanted my birthday to be a celebration of life. Not just my life, but everyone's life because we all have been through some stuff. And when I say my dogs be holding it down for me, y'all, remember how first I had got locked up the other month? Last month I got locked up, and they all came together as one to make sure that I got out the next day. I shouldn't have had to sit in there that long, but shit happens. Stuff happens.
I mean,
I knew I was gonna get out eventually, so I really wasn't worried about it. But yeah, like it was so dope. So Thursday, we went to dinner. We went to a
Rios.
Rio's. We went to Rio's, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. Y'all, it's the place where you go and they have all the different type of meats and they come to your table and you flip your card when you came. When I say chef's kiss, chef's I can't wait to go back. I cannot wait to go back. The food was really good. The ambiance of it all was really good. I posted pictures of my different attire that I wore for each day. The ambiance of that place was amazing. The aesthetics was just amazing. The service was amazing. Everybody was on it. When I say you drop a fork, somebody's picking you a fork up off the floor and they give you a fork from somewhere else. I don't know where it came from. It might have came from the next table that was empty, but they made sure that you had a clean fork. Make sure the plate you had a clean plate. Um, all you can eat meats. Yeah, I had so much meat in my mouth.
Heck.
It was good. I had pork, chicken, steak, like any type fish. We had the salmon, y'all.
You had the grilled pineapple.
Yeah, I was tearing that pineapple up. Every time they came around, you want yes, more pineapple, please. Please. More pineapple. I love pineapples. They had this salmon, this grilled salmon. Everything is grilled. They had this grilled salmon and they had this passion fruit sauce and I I paired it with the pineapple and oh had the panties wet. I ain't had no panties on that night, but still it was wet if I would have had some on. Anyway, um, then that was Thursday. Friday was the turn up. We drove to Somerville to Playground Lounge, and we had a VIP table waiting on us. One of my friends slept the whole way and slept in the car during the turn up, and she came in at the last minute of the turn up. We was already turned up. Yeah, I had my friends on Casamigos because you know that's me. That Casamigos. I had my friends on Casamigos, and yeah, I had my friends on the people couch. I had my friends on the people couch twerking, Megan knees, twerk team, you name it. My friends was on them couches twerking. I had other women in their sections twerking on them people couch. Yeah, the turn up was real. The live band in the beginning was so like I loved it. We didn't get there in time for the beginning, but I did love the live band. I can't wait to see the Chocolate Boys again because they sang their hearts out, and I sang with them. Um, yeah, I almost lost my ponytail too that night. Like they played juvenile
Oh,
back that ass.
man, you was whipping your hair back and forth like Willow. I was like, oh no, wait a
So the
minute.
night the night before, Diamond had did my ponytail, right, y'all. She had did barrel twist in my ponytail, and it was so tight as the night like kept going on. The night my ponytail was getting tighter and tighter, so I was like, okay, just put my hair. I'll do the ponytail myself. Hey, um, I do the ponytail myself, and I made the ponytail where it was stable. I just didn't want it super tight, but it was stable. Like it wasn't going nowhere. But y'all, that Casamigos hit, and they played Juvenile back the ass up, and I was on the people. I was slinging my ponytail, and I felt it getting loose. So I was like, let me calm down for my ponytail be on the other side of the cup. So then I had to tie it and wrap it around like a bun. And y'all, my outfit, the outfit did what it was supposed to do. That thing was stinking. So I'm shaking ass, and my outfit got tassels everywhere. It was just amazing. That was what Friday. That was my actual birthday. And then um, I'm having a moment. And then
Saturday.
Saturday. What we do Saturday? Saturday was the bar crawl, the Pride bar crawl. I will say, as a fellow event coordinator, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. I was more irritated than anything. I said, "Hey, AB." Um. Oh, you want to be? Hey, AB, how you doing? My bad. So I was not impressed with the bar crawl because it was disorganized for me as an event coordinator. Like I'm going to sit down, I'm going to have an itinerary, I'm going to have a game plan, and I felt like, for one, the first bar that we went into,
It stanked. It was very rank,
it's small.
very small, and for the amount of people that was coming in there to sign up and register, they needed more people working.
Right. Um, then I was told by one of the people like all the bars had food, but he didn't know if they were all serving. So we went to the first bar. That was the first bar to check in. Then we went to the next bar, which was in walking distance. It was like a 5 minute walk. It didn't feel like it was 5 minutes though. That bar was small and hot. Everywhere was hot. That bar was small and hot. It did not stink. But they did allow smoking in there. They allow smoking in these bars, and that's not something that I'm used to because I have asthma. So I had to stand by the door and by the fan. But that's where the drag show was at. So we got there, found out they were not serving food because they were not fully staffed, and then we ended up catching a cab to Legends is where we went to next. Legends was hot, but Legends was like a sports bar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a sports bar.
That was not in walking distance. I pray for them young ladies that had walked from um, St. George to um,
Legends.
Legends. We're in Myrtle Beach. Excuse me. We were in Myrtle Beach. So I listen. Them they was like, we're not walking back. We're getting a cab. I'm like, yeah, because that was too far a walk. So Legends is where we got our food at. It still was hot in there. Some guy was trying to get us to buy pictures. I mean, if you want to take our pictures, that's fine. But we didn't actually take our pictures, and we not gonna buy these pictures because it's hot. That's not what we came here for. So after we ate at Legends, went back to St. George for the drag show. And me being me, I'm thinking the drag show was gonna be, um, how do I say it? Cultural, like diverse. I thought it was gonna be diverse, and I was like, it's a Caucasian bar, and I'm like, they're gonna be on time or whatever, so we must be coming late. So showed up. It wasn't at maximum capacity. Show had not started. Mind you, the show was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. The show didn't start till like 8, I
8 o'clock.
think.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be over. It's supposed to be a 2 hour show. So it's hot as Satan's toenails in this small bar. Um, so I'm not even drinking alcohol. Like I didn't have a lick of alcohol on this bar crawl. I had none but water because it was too hot. Um, the show didn't start on time, and I'm sitting up here thinking like these white folks is on CP time. What? So, so come to find out, the show was not. It wasn't Caucasians. It was CP. Color people was doing the show, but it was a phenomenal show. I love the show. Friend said it was her first time going to a drag show. What did you think?
It was cool. I thought there was gonna be more people participating in the drag show. It was the same four people that was rotated out.
So normally in a normal drag show, like if you were to go to, okay, so I say back in the day in Louisville, Kentucky, there is a place called Connections. Is it Connections? I think it's Connections was a gay bar in Louisville, Kentucky, and they had drag shows every weekend, and it's multiple. It's like at least 6 to 10 on the lineup. I think Lamu in Louisville, Kentucky. I believe they have drag shows. They have brunch drag shows, excuse me, and there's a lineup for them as well. Normal drag shows where you go to a club and that's what they normally do. That's how it is. But when it's a traveling drag show, yes, it's gonna rotate out like that. That was the bar crawl. That it was decent. It was so hot in there that one of the ladies had lost her wig because it slipped off, and she just was like, "Forget it." And then she came back, and her next set, it was more secure. After the bar crawl, y'all, I got so under the influence that I couldn't do nothing else for the rest of the night. I couldn't do nothing else because,
But me and Nikki turned up for you.
right.
Hey, at the Honeycomb Hideout.
It said where there was a show on TV for Myrtle, like a trailer park, but ended quick. I don't know. I ain't never seen that before. So that was what, Saturday. So Sunday, what we do? Sunday was brunch.
Brunch.
Sunday was brunch at InHop. I really enjoyed my red velvet waffle. It was good. I thought it was gonna be super sweet, so I had to brace myself, but it was not. It was actually a good balance of savory because it was. The waffle itself wasn't really sweet, but they had cream cheese on it, cream cheese icing on it, and strawberries and bananas. And Nikki had the salmon omelet, and she fell in love with it. She fell in love with that salmon omelet. I tried to taste it, but all I tasted was egg. I didn't even get no salmon, so I didn't get to I didn't get to do all that. Then Sunday nights we went to my honeycomb hideout. Y'all know I love the G spot. Y'all we done discovered another spot. Watch out,
Mm.
G spot. Watch out. I still love the G spot. But this place is closer, and it's black people in there. Not saying I won't party with the white folks. I will. I will. I don't have no problem partying with anybody. Just sit your ass down. That's all I'm saying. Um, because it be hot. When it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, it's cold. Cool. Um, yeah, G spot. We went to G spot, and yeah, I had to give the church finger and try to sneak up out of there because the shots just kept coming. They just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And I don't even drink like that. And I
Mm-mm.
was and I had the nerve to be drinking brown. And
Crown
y'all
apple.
Crown apple. And y'all know I drink Casamigo. But I will say when it's chilled and it's really super cold, it is good and it is smooth. Um, but yeah, they had me on brown. What else was I drinking?
You
What was
had
I drinking?
Casamigos, but you drank the bottle.
I did.
Yeah, you finished the bottle.
Oh, that's why they ain't had no more.
Yeah, that's why you had to go to Crown Apple.
Oh, I was wondering what happened. I forgot, y'all. I be, the CBD just, it is what it is.
You was high for 2 days off that. Half of one you ate.
Yeah, I had a migraine, so I took the CBD gummy, and it be tearing me up. It be tearing me up. So that was what Sunday. Okay, so that was my birthday weekend. Monday was just rest day, and then I've been at it since Tuesday, going to work. They got overtime now, so I've been going at it and trying to make up my time that I lost for being off on the weekend. And kicking with the family. I know I don't do much for real. Not for real, for real. Not for real, for real, for real. Um. So the topic of discussion today is rejection and ghosting. And y'all, I got on Facebook dating. It was not an experiment. I got on Facebook dating because I just got on it for shits and giggles and entertainment, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect to meet anyone. I didn't expect to make any type of connections. I just felt like I'm new to the area. I'm finally settled in. Things are going right. So why don't I just, see what's out there, hang out, go on some dates. I encourage any and everyone when it comes to dating, date them all until the right one comes along. So, friend, you want to share your experience with Facebook dating first?
I mean, Facebook dating it was an experience all in itself. The conversations that were had on Facebook dating were something out the norm. I feel like most of the men that were on this site were looking for the easy lay with based on their conversation. But I did genuinely meet someone that was okay. I can't I can't say like I wasn't ghosted or rejected or nothing like that. Conversation was good, dates was good. It was the whole male ego thing that kind of did it. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this Facebook dating thing no more because these dudes are delusional. I bow out to the dating scene because it's delusional. I gracefully bow out.
Yo. um. So, do you think there is somebody out there for you, or do you think you could work on? You think you could work with this one person, or you think like maybe you still want to see what's out there, or you just want to chill? Like, where you see this going?
So initially, I would have said, hell no, no. I ain't working out nothing. We ain't got to talk no more, all that stuff. But after he apologized, hearing him out, we can work towards something. It just, it it got to
Ain't
be on the
no
same terms. It got to be on the same terms. We got to even playing field, lay everything out on the line, and we both have to agree to either disagree, or we both have to agree on what we gonna stipulate in this relationship.
compromise. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So let's talk about your experience.
oh, y'all got y'all snacks. Y'all got y'all drink. When I say, okay, y'all need a bottle of water, but y'all definitely gonna need a drink. If you smoke, you probably gonna need that too, because y'all know life. Life for me don't never be simple. It don't ever be nothing like plain black and white simple. Like it always got to be something complicated, or the plot thickens, or turns. So y'all, like I said, I got on there for entertainment. I didn't expect to meet anyone, anything like that. I didn't expect to make a connection. um I purposely put on my profile that I was abstinent until I met the right one. I purposely put on my profile that I had 6 kids. Even though I broke down the dynamic of my kids, I still put that on there, because when you tell guys you have 6 kids, like some of them be like, okay, that don't scare me. Like I had somebody the other day say, oh, that don't scare me. And then I had one, he was like, 6 kids, I can't feed 6 kids. And I'm like, we
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 didn't
just
ask you to.
eating. We're just now like getting to know each other and having conversation. Like we haven't even met in person, and you already talking about trying to feed my 6 kids. I didn't ask you to feed my children. No. So I thought that was hilarious in itself, and I kind of like. I will say a lot of the times I did distance myself when I wasn't interested, or someone said something, because I'm in the mind frame of I'm not settling. I'm not going to put up with something that I don't have to put up with. I am able and I'm allowed to change my mind. One guy was so in his feelings, and it just, yeah, when I say, I was just like, what? So when I finally did like meet someone, because I was telling everybody um, that I'm only, all I have to offer is friendship, and I meant that, like all I had to offer is friendship. However, I'm not opposed if we make a connection. I'm not gonna turn someone down if I feel like they feeling me and I'm feeling them. I wasn't gonna do that because it didn't make no sense. So, dude was in his feelings when I was like, I connected with somebody, and he was like, "You played with me," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "I didn't play with you. We were getting to know each other." So then he agreed, like, yeah, we weren't doing that, but you was barely talking to me anyway. Okay. So this is where it ends. I'm gonna go. You have fun with it. So I found out that a lot of guys are not healed. They're still in their feelings about previous situations with females. I found out that a lot of the men are going through it on the app, as far as women trying to use them for their money, women try to use them for a ride. They're not making their intentions known, or they
I
have ill intentions.
Or you got them ones where they put in a profile, I'm not looking to date a man. I'm so serious. I'm like, I didn't know people did that.
Me neither. This is like when I say this is new for me. Like I've been on dating apps before, but when I say I wasn't on there, I think the longest I had, this was the longest that I had been on the app, was Facebook dating. Prior to that, I was on this lesbian dating app, and I think I gave it like a week or two, and everybody on there was horny, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not.
You remember
I'm
last
not.
year, I had that experience on BLK when I met the dude from, what was it? Who he's from? Greensboro?
Yeah,
And yeah, I had that experience with him, and he turned out to be a weirdo.
right. It's a lot of those out there. A lot of weirdos. I had one guy who he was really cute. So this is okay. So I remember talking to this married guy had hit me in my DMs, and he was like, "Hey, I saw a post about the type of guys that you said you've been attracting, and that you want something different." And he was like, "How about you go after the type of guy that you want, and see if so me, I'm trying something new. First of all, I'm on this app. I'm trying something new. I shot my shot at a couple of fellas because I'm like, okay, profile seemed nice. You got a job. You got some stuff going for yourself. You're attractive. One young man, which I don't even know why I settled, because I was like, I want somebody like 6 feet or taller. I don't know why I settled, but um, he was short, like really short, but he had a pretty smile and he had some nice lips. When I say some nice lips, like I'm not going to emasculate that man and say he got some DSLs, but I would just say he got some nice lips. So hit him up, hey, how you doing? General conversation. A lot of my approach was I was sending like a GIF, and I always send something funny because I love to laugh. I'm goofy. So, he was really driving his conversation at first, and I was like, why do it feel like I'm trying too hard? Like, I don't like this. It should be easy. So, come to find out, the man was like, the reason why I'm talking to you is because I'm trying to move in that area and I need, a roommate. I'm looking for a roommate. And I was like, I can point you in the right direction of some, new apartments and some new houses that they just built. Like, so I blocked him immediately. Blocked him immediately because I'm just like, ain't no way. Like, you really thought that because I had 6 kids, you thought I was gonna let you, boy, be for real. So I blocked him. Then I met another guy. We met in person. He was funny. He was hilarious, but I felt like um, I couldn't be I'm in my soft girl era, and I felt like I couldn't be soft with him because he liked to joke a little bit too much, and his joking was him talking about me. Like it was always something he had to say about me. And, I laughed it off or whatever. But, you know, looking back, I'm just like, when I had left from him, I'm like, I really can't see myself with this person because I'm going to be on the defense all the time. And there's nothing soft about being defensive. And if I have to be on the defense, then I don't want to do it. Hey, True Blizzy. How you doing?
His
Um,
tone was very demeaning.
she said he was very condescending, y'all.
Yes,
And
his tone
he's
was.
from Jersey. He was from Jersey. That's crazy. He was from Jersey, but I don't know, like I'm used to, so one of my other best friends, that's my first godson's mother, she's from New York. So I'm used to the roughness of northerners. I call them Yankees. I'm used to the roughness of it, so I get it and I understand and I adapt to it. However, that's not something that I want and I see for my future. So, like, I mean, we hit it off, but at the same time, it was just like he's doing too much for me, and he got a lot going on anyway. He got to get himself together. He's selling his dream, making his promises, and I'm thinking to myself, like, we're just getting to know each other. This is our first encounter, meeting. I'm not expecting you to do anything for me. Like I've been doing it by myself, for myself, with the exception of having my best friend. Like we got it. So I'm not looking to is a man supposed to be a provider? Of course he is. Of course he is. But I'm not looking for you to provide day one. Like if that's your forte and that's how you do, cool, I get it. I can adapt to it, but I'm not gonna come to you day one like I need my bills paid, I need my feet done, I need a wax. Like I'm not coming to you like that. Um so then there was there was a couple of guys that I did meet in person and I wasn't attracted to them in person and I could see myself being friends with them, but that was, I guess they wanted more and they were trying to apply pressure and I was just like, this isn't gonna work for me. Or I just would just not, communicate as much. because I didn't want them to apply the pressure. So then
Go ahead.
we're gonna call him B Cup. That's what we're gonna call him. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do him like that. But I'm just gonna say we're gonna call him B Cup because that's what he know what it means. We know what it means. But anyway, so I saw B Cup online, and B Cup had a gorgeous smile. Um, B Cup he seemed like someone that I could see myself getting to know. We talked. Um, he was kind of like standoffish at first until he realized, oh, she do got personality. She do have conversation. Like she holds a conversation. We can sit on the phone and talk, and it's not dead air. So we were on the phone and FaceTiming and texting on a regular. It was consistent for about like 2 weeks. I would say don't judge me, y'all, but yeah, y'all know I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyway. So B Cup and I finally decided to meet in person after 2 weeks. I finally had some time to be able to hang out with him, and um, our first day we went to the movies. I told y'all I was going on a date. I told y'all I was going on a date that Thursday, and that's no, I think that Friday and that Sunday I was going on a date. So Friday was a dude from Jersey that was a bit too much for me, and Sunday was the date with B Cup. So went on the date with B Cup. We went to Old Charlie's and we had a couple of drinks and we ate. We went to go see Bad Boys. The date was good. Date was good. Like I had no problem. I will say I did have one problem, and I'm shallow, but I made an exception because I liked him as a person. I made an exception because I wanted to see where it goes, and sometimes it was hot outside, so he had a little smell or whatever. So I'm like, it's hot, I get it. You coming a long way to come see me anyway. So by the time the date was over, we spent the night together. He didn't smell when he changed, whatever for nighttime. So um I'm not gonna look. People be like, one thing led to another. Y'all, we had sex. I broke my 8 month streak. That's it. Sex was challenging for me. I would say that. Going 8 months without sex, that was what, 8 months without sex with a man,
Mm-hmm.
and then going 7 months with no penetration, and then that was what, 6 months of no sex at all. So for those of you who are just tuning in to my podcast and they don't know me, I am bisexual. So I was um I was messing with a young lady, and the last time we had a sexual encounter was January of this year. So I ain't had none, and it was challenging for me because he's a big boy, and then he had a big boy, and I just knew. I was like, I said, y'all watch. I break my streak, and the first piece of meats I get is a whole slab of rib, and yeah, it was challenging for me. So, um, it happened. It was cool, but I was just like, yo, I need to just take a little bit slower because I gotta get adjusted. Like nothing has been in there. Like I'm not sticking no fingers in there or nothing. When I say there was no penetration at all, like I've not had any penetration. So I'm like, I'm gonna need this to slow it down a little bit. Like I don't mind doing it. So after the first time, was it the first time? I don't know if it was after the first time or the second time. He asked me to be. He had made a slick. He made slid a comment in there about um him being my man. And I didn't take him seriously at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, this always happens. Like I have sex with somebody and then they want to lock me down because they don't want me to have sex with anyone else because of the sex. So I act like I didn't hear it. I acted like I did not hear it. but I did hear it, and I was like, I don't know. So, um, by the next night, we spent the night again. Nope, it was the next morning. Y'all, this man had woke me up out my sleep and everything to get some. And I was like, this is what it's like. Okay, all right. So by the next morning, we did it again, and he's like, will you be my girl? Dab me up if you want to, make it official, if it's real. And like like when somebody get engaged and in their mind they like, what the fuck are you doing? Because you're in a bunch of people, and I'm like seeing his dad, and I'm like, I can't leave him hanging. What's the worst that could happen? Like, we done already did the do, so what's the worst that can happen? Let's just see where it goes. So I dabbed him up. I was like, does this mean we're official? He said, yeah. So I was like, are we deleting our profile? Are we taking a break on our profiles or what? He was like, deleting it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Same time, right? Yeah, same time. So we both deleted our dating apps at the same time. At least I deleted mine. Honestly, I don't even know if he really deleted his. I didn't check. I'm not one of those ones that go through your phone because I don't want you going through my phone. Not because I'm doing something, but because the group chat with my friends, I talk about everybody. We talk about any and everybody, and y'all never ever get to see the group chat. That's where the
Mm-mm.
that's where the meat and potatoes.
When I die, bury me with my phone next to me.
That's where the meat and potatoes is the group chat with the friends, not the inbox, because you'll see us curving everybody and ignoring everybody. But the meat and potatoes is in that group chat. So made it official. Um, everything was consistent still. The week of my birthday, like I still wanted to show that I am, still for you, even though I have plans. He was supposed to come down for my birthday. He did not make it. He said he had car trouble. I was being empathetic, but we still were in communication. That Monday when I was having my rest day, I expected to hear from him. I did not hear from him like I was supposed to, like I expected. And I had to talk. We had to have a talk. We had to have a come to Jesus meeting, because I'm like, you can't go from being consistent to inconsistent. Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves is inconsistency, and inconsistency will get you alone. So we had to talk that Monday, which was last Monday. Was that last Monday?
That was last Monday.
Yeah, last Monday we had to talk. So he was like, I'll do better. I apologize. I'll do better. I'm like, okay, it's cool. So Friday, Friday comes. We're supposed to hang out the whole weekend, and he's supposed to get the room Friday and Saturday. I'm supposed to get the room on Sunday. So I'm like, hey, let's try a different hotel because the last one they was kind of rude. I didn't like it, and he was like, all right, cool. So we both worked on Friday. I went to work. I didn't have to. I was just doing overtime. So we both was working late, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay at my job until you get off and you get back in town. So um, last I knew, he was stranded on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. And like I'm like, it's 9 something at night, 9:30 at night. And he was like, I hadn't even got the room yet. So I'm like, well, do you want to just cash at me and then I go book the room and check in so that in my mind I'm thinking if you give me the money, I'll go ahead and book the room, I'll check in, you'll have somewhere to lay your head and take a shower for when you get off because you had a rough day today. Y'all, crickets. Crickets. I heard nothing back. That was the last thing I said to him. And I heard nothing back. Nothing.
Ghosted.
I got ghosted. I got ghosted. So in my mind, I didn't know that I had got ghosted because this has never happened to me before. So I've never been ghosted. Go figure. Pretty girls get ghosted too. Awesome people get ghosted too. So that was what Friday. Friday come around. I'm texting my friends and I'm talking to my friends and I'm talking to my coworkers and I'm like, I'm really worried. I'm like, it's one thing for me to be rejected. I can handle rejection. I just cannot handle if something happened to him. So I'm worried at this point because I'm like, you in the middle of I don't know where it could be Clan Town, and you a black man, and you broke down on the side of the road. Like I'm literally like worried about him. So I'm trying to look him up to see, if something happened, if an accident happened, like in the area that he told me he was at last. Like I'm really like trying to research. The only thing I did not do is contact my one friend that can. My one friend, she can pull up your everything, your rap sheet, your last known addresses for the past 10 years. I did not do that, and that is one thing I will say I did not do that in this situation, and I should have. I do it for everybody else. So, um, come to find out, like that was Friday. Saturday, I heard nothing, and he wasn't even posting on social media, and that wasn't like him. Like he normally posts stuff on social media. We're sending funny videos throughout the day. I didn't even see that part. You right, Blizzy. He didn't meet the requirements. So, that was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm still like, okay. Friday I was worried. Saturday I was worried, and the worry it's like the steps agree. So I go from worried to now I'm starting to get a little irritated because my intuition is like, girl, he's fine, but I still need to know. Like I need to know this man is still breathing. So Sunday rolls around and I wake up and I'm just sad. And I'm like, why am I sad? Like what's going on? So um I'm still checking to see if he posted online. Like if he would have showed any signs on social media, like if I would have saw him post and I would have been like, all right, cool, he just ghosted me. I can handle it, whatever. At least I know like he's still breathing. I still cared about this individual. I'm trying. So Sunday evening rolls around, and I'm a lingerie brand ambassador for Central Bliss Life. I posted an old video. No, I think it was an old picture from when I was in a fashion show to promote. And guess who watched my story? Big Cup watches my story. So I'm like, now I done went from sad and worried to all right, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad because now I see you breathing, you living, you breathing. Ain't nothing wrong with you, y'all. I done went on his Facebook page, found that found his sister on his Facebook page, reached out to her like, hey, I just want to make sure he's okay. Last I knew he was stranded, and this is where he was at. Like, I'm really like concerned, and I was ghosted. That's when I was like, yeah, I was ghosted. It's fine. It's cool. Whatever. So I'm like, okay, you watching my stories. I'm just going to be petty because at this point, like, why are you watching me? Like, if you ghosted me, then why are you watching me? So I did put some, some petty stuff on my stories to let him know, like, I'm single, you're single, like, it's over. Like, I'm not for the streets, but you know what I'm saying? I'm single again and I'm back on the prowl type situation. Like, then I posted something on. I gave my all to one, and it just showed me why I need 8 on my list. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, which I ain't gonna say I probably shouldn't have, but I will say that I did because why? Like why? And I'm still over here like why? Like why would you ghost me and then watch my stories? Like there's no explanation that I would accept for me to even allow him to come back into my life. Like unless you was in the hospital on your deathbed or you was locked up in jail, those are the only two things that I would accept. Anything outside of that is just like you just didn't want to do it, and that's okay. And I gave you plenty of time. I gave you plenty opportunities to say this ain't for me. I don't think I can do this. Like I did that. I'm big on communication, and I let him know like this is what my life looks like for the future. This is it something that you can handle? Are you sure?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I got it. It was, yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's okay. And come to find out, like, you really didn't have it. So it's just like, um, I'm not gonna say it didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Being ghosted, being rejected, of course, it bruised the ego a little bit, but I'm gonna bounce back, of course,
But do
because
you think that's rejection or just ghosted? I don't feel like you were rejected.
what's the difference? Hold on, let's look up the definition. Y'all know I love to go to So Google, okay, we gonna say rejection. Hold on, y'all. Rejection is the dismissing or refusing of a proposal, idea, etc. That's rejection.
Okay. Ghosting.
Ghosting. Ghosting. I'm gonna need Google to
Get it together.
right, because they gonna tell me what a ghost is. I don't know what a ghost is. Okay, ghosting is when someone who used to be friendly or even romantic with you suddenly cuts off all communication without explanation.
So
I
you
was
got ghosted, not rejected.
but I mean, in a sense, it's a type of rejection. Ghosting is a type of rejection because um you were here and now you're not there for whatever reason. You didn't want to be here anymore, and I could see if like I could see if I could be like, okay, we argue. It ain't even that big of a deal, but we had an argument. Like we wasn't feeling. I could see if it was something wrong, if I did something wrong, if I did something, he did something wrong, it was some sort of disagreement for me to be ghosted. But there was no disagreement. Like dude had a bad day at work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, when you get out of work, I'm gonna try to make it better for you. Like I'm trying to like empathize and tell you I'm gonna help you relax when you get off work and crickets. Crickets, y'all. He still watching my story to this day. He's still watching my story, and everybody's like, "You should block him." And I'm like, "Why would I block him? Clearly, you want to watch me for whatever reason. You not saying nothing to me. He's not, and I don't think he's gonna say anything to me. And I think the reason why he's not gonna say anything to me is because he thinks I'm gonna be confrontational. I'm not going to be confrontational. I'm gonna want to hear what you have to say for yourself. I will say that, and I'm gonna let you talk uninterrupted. I will. But I'm not gonna lie, my initial reaction to finding out was I'm ready to rock him sock you in your snot box. I'm not even gonna lie. I really wanted to rock him in his snot box because you had it wasn't even the fact that I was ghosted. It was the fact that you disturbed my peace and had me worried about your well-being. That's what really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Don't disturb my peace. Don't have me out here thinking that something could have possibly happened to you. Like, really? So now, I'm just, I don't even know what I am. I'm just out here.
So my issue was a little different. And maybe I need advice because me and you saw it the way we saw it. But maybe somebody might see it different.
Blizzy,
So,
Blizzy, you listening? Blizzy, best friend got some questions. She
oh,
need
that's
to.
a man? He's a
Yeah,
man?
that's
Okay.
from last night.
Okay. So we dating and I make a status on Facebook. Of course, men are going to comment because that's what people do.
Cause you're a beautiful
And
lady.
so somebody commented saying that I was beautiful several times, several different people. And my reaction, because I am who I am, I'm out of respect, I'm going to say thank you. The person that I was dating felt like that was disrespectful to him because I replied back saying thank you. I don't see it as a problem because, of course, I feel like I was being respectful to these people by saying thank you. Nobody said that I was out there saying I was single. Nobody said I was looking for anybody. It was just a simple thank you that turned into a whole argument.
So the question is, any fellas is watching. If your lady is being polite to other, not even just men, just people in general, is that considered a form of cheating? Is that something that like we can't receive compliments and thank people just because we're nice? Like, what is that perceived as? Are we for the streets because we respond to people in comments, or should it be how we respond to people? Like, I listen. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me loose as a
Don't
goose.
get,
Don't get me
don't get me
started.
started. Hey.
Don't get me started because I felt like it was dumb for him to even start that argument to say that you for the streets because you said thank you to somebody. that complimented you. I feel like a lot of guys, like when you talk, y'all in just the talking stage, like Antonio, my homeboy Antonio, he had put on there, he was like, when you in the talking stages, like it was pretty much like you can't talk to nobody else. Don't like we just getting started and like all the eggs in my basket and no one else needs to be like
What sense
your
does that
blinders are
make?
on. Your blinders are on. Okay, so Rissy said, nope, it's not a problem. She can say thank you. To me, a man should be feeling great. Others think this his woman is beautiful. I agree. I agree. Um, no one wants an ugly person. No one wants an ugly person. You want your partner to be desired by other people, but you don't want your partner to be pursued by other people. I will say that. I want to
But
be. I want.
why would it, and the pursuing comes from your partner. If a man is able to pursue me, then I'm not for who I was talking to, I'm for the other person. So I wasn't out there pursuing anybody, nobody was trying to pursue me. It was just a simple thank you.
Child,
That's why I said I bow out
I,
gracefully.
that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's the first one that made me a mother, y'all. That's my
So
godson, my first godson's mother. Um, so I don't even, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go from there because I don't even know if you want to go into detail with some of the stuff that you told me he said, like, because that was not okay, sir. It was not okay. Like, listen. I don't know how it's your story to tell. I don't know how how far you want to go into it, but um, I will say some of the stuff that he said was not okay. Um, it was it was sending some red flags. It was signs of jealousy. To me, it seemed like signs of jealousy and signs of narcissism. But at the same time, upon communicating, then you find out the person didn't even give you a chance to begin with.
it did not give me a chance to begin with. You bringing up stuff from your past on what people have done to you, and you put bringing it into something that we can create, and that's not fair to me. Because it's like, why are you bringing, I'm not bringing up the past, I'm not going to say you like XYZ. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you your fair shot. The moment that you start moving funny, I'm going to move funny. And that's what I tell anybody I talk to. The moment you start moving funny, I'm going to move funny. You just not going to like the way I move funny.
This is the way we roll, and we like the flaws. Oh, y'all, I just like I said the other day, the dating pool got formaldehyde in it. It do. It got from. It don't even have. Someone was like, and pee too. It don't have pee and poop in it no more. Like it's got formaldehyde in it because it's dead to me. I ain't even gonna cap. Like I don't foresee myself making a little connection anytime soon. I can be a 1,000% honest. Like I felt like I I stepped out there. I put my toe in the water, and then I put my feet in there, and it's time to get out the pool and just date them all. Not I'm my legs is closed because what? And that's another thing I was thinking. I'm like, I broke my 8 month streak for you. Like what? And I didn't even give you 100%. I gave you 65%. And maybe he couldn't handle me. I don't know. I can't even come up with the reason why I was ghosted. I'm not ugly. I'm not argumentative. I try to empathize as much as possible. I will say that I do set boundaries and I stick to them. I don't like repeating myself, but I repeated myself twice And that's a lot. That says a lot because I feel like I should not have repeated myself twice. Once I gave you the first conversation of you need to be consistent or you getting gone, I should not have to have repeated myself about that. I'm so big on communication. I'm a communicator. I am open. I am transparent. I don't have a problem telling somebody how I feel. If you hurt my feelings or where you can
Mm-hmm.
go and shove it, like I don't have a problem with it. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I drowned my sorrows in red wine last night, so uh I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. Of course, it's gonna still always sit in the back of my mind, like, why would you even do that? What we could have, I mean, if you wanted to just be friends with benefits, I would have been okay with that.
We could have
Like,
came up with some terms, some stipulations on what
that's
these friends with
it.
benefits would look like to us.
That's it. That's it. Like, I'm not a complicated person. Like, and I'm pretty easygoing. I am. I'm pretty easygoing. And the fact that I gave you an out on several occasions and you never took it and then just decided to ghost me, it was just like, all right, cool. So one of the things I will say, y'all, is upon me posting petty stuff, like now we're in petty mode, like we're having a petty war. And I will say, I'm gonna end it. Like I was posting petty stuff and then he posted some petty stuff and me going above and beyond, I laughed and reacted to his I laughed and reacted to his stories to let him know, bitch, I see you. Um, I see you. I see you seeing me, and I see you, and I know that you see me seeing you. So
And you shouldn't have did that. You should have just left well enough alone.
I should have. I should have. And then he posted like two things today, and boy, he
Blood
posted
was
two things on his
boiling.
story today. And y'all was ready to come guns blazing and burn this man's house down. I was ready to do a left eye on him because how dare you? Like, is that what you really did? Like the stuff that he posted on his stories was like, when you pretend like you're ready for a relationship but you're already in one. I'm like, okay, it makes sense now why you ghosted me because you probably already had someone. Then the other one was like when you hit it and then you decide that you don't want to, you can't make up your mind if you want to be with that person or not. And I'm like, man. But that first one, y'all, that first one had me. Boy, you came a day late in a dollar store
Who was
with
that?
your Blizzy said, definitely jealousy, but I would respect the compliment. Nothing says you was going further than that. I would be happy to have a beautiful woman. Which, you know.
Oh, okay. Appreciate
So
it.
not every man is jealous. Not every man that I the men that be like, I don't want nobody looking at my woman, I don't like no one talking to my woman, like those men scare me because those are the ones that when you get home and the doors are closed, they are going to brainwash you into thinking that you are not beautiful, and that no one wants you, and that you have no way out. This is it for you.
Yeah.
So I don't advise that. I don't advise that at all. Unless, someone, unless they can, I don't know. Like, I mean, people change. People do change, but at the same time, it got to be something drastic happen to them, like life threatening to happen to them for them to change. But even still, that don't happen because, case in point, my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? My baby daddy had stuff happen to him, and he still be on bullshit. So, um, yeah. So, case in point, like I thought something life happening happened to this individual, and he on bullshit. So, um, I will say that I am open to new friendships. I am open to getting to know people. I will say that. But as far as like hopping into a relationship, yeah, you got to really wow me. You got to really wow me because this I see why people be on the next episode of Snapped because somebody just toyed with your emotions like that for no reason. I see why that girl told him he was the worst person ever. Like I only heard his side of it. He said that they wasn't nothing serious and they barely talked, And I'm like, we spent time together. We had conversations. Like, we talked about life. Like, we talked about our goals. And then you just drop off the face of the earth, but you just still watch me from afar. Boy, what is wrong with you? Like, y'all, this don't make sense. It don't make no sense. Um, I don't like things that don't make sense. I'm not gonna lie. It's still gonna sit in the back of my mind, like, what? Why? But eventually I'll get over it and I won't even need I don't need the why, but it just would be convenient for me to be able to close that chapter. But sometimes chapters aren't meant to be closed. They are just meant to
Nope.
just
Sometimes you
fall
don't
off.
need closure.
Just fall off. So that man gonna just fall off. Eventually he'll probably end up blocking me. You ghosted me, might as well block me too. Like I don't know. But that is another episode of Summer Speaks. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I appreciate my best friend for stepping in. Um, yeah. Until next week's adventures, we'll see what this week has to offer. We'll see what adventures we. It's the 4th of July weekend. I'm off today. I'm off tomorrow. Um, we're gonna see. I will say I did not I didn't open my profile back up. I didn't do none of that. So
Yeah, no, we not doing that.
yeah, I'm good. So but y'all take care. Y'all be safe during them holidays. Oh, before I forget, I almost forgot. So shout out to our sponsors. Well, I have one sponsor right now. I guess y'all okay, so I kinda do have sponsors because I am I got some things going on TikTok. I need to figure out how to get my TikTok stuff over here on this side because I do have some stuff that I'm doing sponsorship for and getting commission for products. So I'm gonna figure out how to factor that in. But shout out to our sponsor, Central Bliss Life, where they have all of your adult needs. Lingerie, this piece that I'm wearing today is a piece that you can get off of centralbliss.com, centralblisslife.com. They have toys, they have lube, they have games, books, educational purposes, boxers, stuff for men and women. So make sure that when you go to www.centralblisslife.com, make sure you put in that comment code when you check out, put my name, Summer Rain, Reign, like the power, not like, okay.
Drizzle,
So,
drizzle.
yeah. So I love y'all. Good night and be safe out there. Bye.
Bye.